Well, good morning and happy Friday to you. Welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. Ready for the weekend? I'm hoping it's going to be a nice one. We'll find out about that in just a second. Thanks for waking up with us. We have a big show on tap for you today. We have two segments. One, our Friendship Friday with Fleshman. We'll talk a little real estate and we'll talk a little friendship. And then we've got an amazing Foodie Friday on tap for you with not one, not two, but three chefs from Garden View Care Centers. And we are going to break the stigma of what the food is like inside of nursing homes, assisted living, etc. You are going to be blown away. In fact, I can tell you, you are going to immediately want this tomato soup recipe. It is by far the best I have ever had. My husband tasted it and he's like, what is this? This is amazing. And we had a really good one when we were in the College of the Ozarks. I always talk about that one, tomato with a little basil, a little cream. This one has meat in it. I've never had beef inside of my tomato soup. I'm just going to tell you, it's incredible. But for are the other items that we'll be cooking up today as well. So a big show on tap for you. We're going to actually have a little news you can use that Dot and I are going to talk back and forth about. Linda, who watches us regularly, she walks on her treadmill or outside. I bet you're happy about the outcome of the game yesterday with France. We'll talk about the FIFA World Cup and then what's going on today with the National Day of Calendar. All of that coming up, but weather is first, a segment we call What Weather.
Good evening and welcome into this new More Weather Forecast video. My name is Beck Moore.
And our segment brought to you by our friends at Fenton Family Dentistry, welcoming you in.
Hi, welcome to Fenton Family Dentistry. Here is our new patient gift as a thank you for coming in today. It is a cooler bag to keep all of your food and drinks cold this summer. Come in today to get your own.
Isn't she sweet? And so is he. The entire team, Dr. Jessica Abraham, Augie, and the team over at Fenton Family Dentistry will greet you kindly. More importantly, they will take care of your teeth. So if you're looking for a new dentist, you want to switch things up a little bit, this is who I would love for you to go to. They're located in Fenton at 552 Old Smizer Mill Road. And let's find out if Beckett's teeth are still feeling amazing this morning. Good morning, Beckett.
Good morning. They're feeling good.
So the staff, do you not agree? They're just amazing. All of them, big smiles, which fits the theme of being a dentist, but they really do. They're so caring. It had a different feel.
Yes, absolutely. They take great care of you. And yeah, like you said, they're very nice. They're smiling. It's a great experience.
Did you get one of those big bags to take home?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was cool. I only get a little plastic bag with a toothbrush. I'm like, I need one of those. Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is Beckett Moore, our aspiring meteorologist. Are you finally back home or are you coming back home today?
Yeah, we're back home. Got home yesterday afternoon.
I thought so, looking at the set. All right, so happy to be back or missing Virginia?
A little bit of both, I'd say.
Yeah, because last time you're like, yeah, it's about time to get back home. Sometimes it gets to a point where you're like, all right, I kind of miss my home for sure. Well, we are heading into the weekend. I woke up this morning and the ground was wet. So obviously it rained overnight. Some people were talking about having maybe some severe weather yesterday. They were a little worried about that. Did any of our area get hit by anything severe?
Yeah, so we did have some severe storms last night, but overall not too big of some impacts.
Okay, well, that's good because we were a little worried about that. They were calling it one of those first alert days. Well, as we're making plans for the weekend, let us know what things are looking like and then give us a little sneak peek of next week.
Yeah, so looking at the current conditions right now, 74 degrees out there. Overcast skies to start the morning today with a 70-degree dew point as we had that rain last night, so it is pretty humid out there. We're going to warm up to around 88 degrees this afternoon, mostly cloudy skies. As we head into this evening, though, we are likely going to be seeing some more severe storms, so likely around 6 or 7 before 9 o'clock as we head into this evening. That's when we could have some scattered storms around the area, but overall the main impact we're expecting is damaging winds with a level 1 out of 2 or level 2 out of 5 risk for this evening. Low of 73 tonight as we head into tomorrow. Again, that's when we're looking at some more severe storms throughout the day, although this is likely going to be a mix of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, unlike tonight where we're just looking at the evening. As we head into Sunday, 86 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and no more rain into the forecast as we head into this next work week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all highs around 90 and sunny, which is pretty much average for this time of the year.
Okay, so Sunday would be our pick day of the weekend, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe get some things done earlier in the day today because of what's coming tonight.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, you and your family be safe. I'm glad to have you back, and we'll check in again with you again on Monday.
All right, you too.
All right, folks, Beckett Moore giving you what you need to know as you're making plans for the weekend. Hello to all of you. Kathleen was on first. Hello, Linda. Happy Dot Day. That's right. Good morning. Yay, France. Well, we're going to tell you about that in just a second. Stephanie, good morning to you. Julie said, I love tomato soup. Trust me on this one. It will be unlike anything you've ever had. Sean, hello, watching from Dayton, Ohio. Yesterday, I had somebody watching us from Africa. Karen, good morning. Sean, hello to you. And Stephanie said, good morning, Monica and everyone. I want to tell you all, yesterday I had a great meeting with the owner of Exist Stretch. Shout out to Stephanie, and we're missing Trisha, so hopefully Trisha will be back with us next week, maybe on Monday. We're going to talk about, golfers having a better game. Their hips open up, the mobility aspect of what happens when you get to Exist Stretch. I hope you all had a chance to take advantage of a package they just ran. If not, you go in, you get a free stretch, and then they have packages that you can go a couple times a month or maybe multiple times. This is Tim, by the way, and I was showing this to a friend, and she was like, look, I just want to be on that table. That just looks so relaxing, I would fall asleep. So he has a massage background. So yes, he did a little massage on my neck while he stretched me as well. And then he's the one that said right away, Monica, do you have TMJ? Are you clenching your jaw? Yes, and yes, definitely. That look, doesn't it just, you feel like you're getting longer and longer. If you haven't been in yet, please go in to support Exist Stretch in St. Louis Hills on Hampton or Exist Stretch in Arnold inside of Exist Fitness. Check them out, existstretch.com or at Exist Stretch. By the way, we're on multiple platforms this morning if you want to find us on YouTube. It's that easy. You just click in The Real Monica Adams and you find the library of shows that we've been doing here over the last few years. Again, continue to watch on whatever platform makes the most sense for you, but I would love for you to also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see the past shows that we've done as well. Babs, good morning. Stormy weather you have. Yeah, it's just cloudy here, but evidently, like I said, it must have been stormy overnight. Okay, we're going to get to that earlier in the show today because I'm going to let her tell me what would you like to hear. She's going to be your voice today. I'm going to see if, as we run through news stories, if it's something that she wants to hear about, you want to hear about. So, good morning, Fleshman. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
July spirit.
So I showed up patriotically, to celebrate our 250th American birthday, and thought I'd invite you guys over to my red, white, and blue. I thought I'd make Lady Liberty proud.
Is that a dachshund in the background?
It is. My little red, white, and blue dachshund.
I need one of those. That's adorable. Dot has two dachshunds. If you don't know this about her, I know you've been enjoying our Friendship Friday together, but Dot used to be deathly afraid of dogs. I remember a picture that I posted one time, and my dog was just in the middle of a yawn, and she wrote me right away, oh dear God, that dog looks so vicious. But you ended up getting, how long have you had your dogs?
Louis is 11 and Lola is 9.
Oh, and now
I really did fear dogs. I feared them for just so many different reasons, like a whole list of reasons. And if I came to your house, I would just politely ask you to just put them in the other room. Or if I was walking down the street, I'd cross the street if there was a dog coming. And it took my daughter-in-law, my son's girlfriend back then, to help me realize and understand the elements of when a dog is happy versus angry and that sort of thing. So
yeah, and when they're scared, and remember, it's the energy. Look, we're doing a little positive talk time this morning. When you bring fearful energy, or you bring nervous energy, or you bring anger, they feel that. They take it on. They want to take it away from you. But yeah, they're just afraid. It's all in how we raise them, and that's the important thing about doing training when they're really, really young. Jessica Cook from Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa and Yuppie's Forever Rescue has forever told us that. You get a dog, take them to training right away, but you're doing the training with them. And that really alters so much. So we love our babies. So she's got 2, I've got 3. I love it. I need one of those things behind you though. Okay, so I was looking at some things today, and this is what we do. We kind of run through looking at different sites, and we would get things in overnight from different sources, and that's how we would pick the news. So would you like to know about the 2 new gorillas that are coming to the zoo?
Yes.
See, what's one of those? They're so super cute, by the way. Evidently, 2 new juvenile male Western lowland gorillas are coming. The zoo says Gus, who is 10, and I don't know if it's Bukavo, it's Bukavo, who is 8. They're moving here from the Fort Worth Zoo as part of a program to manage a genetically healthy population of the western lowland gorillas in North America. And they said that the 2 new gorillas will get acclimated behind the scenes before you actually get a chance to see them, before they join a bachelor gorilla troop at Jungle of the Apes later this year. The zoo says that the male gorillas typically leave their families and join a bachelor troop before they join a breeding group.
Do they have drinking on
parties? What?
Do they have drinking on Saturdays?
Evidently, I didn't know. They leave their families and now they're like, woohoo, it's time for college. So that'll be fun. When's the last time you were at the zoo?
Oh gosh, just like about a month ago. I mean,
oh, you were? I haven't been in years. But
oh, really?
No, we haven't been in years. Yeah, we need to do a double date.
Yeah, let's do an outing.
You took all the kids, I'm sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys get on the train.
Huh?
You have to get on the train.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Jim's parents used to work at the zoo. She was the docent, and he actually was the one that was the engineer on the train, and he used to take you around on the train.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? I know.
Yeah.
So Jim loves going to the zoo. We don't have kids, but he feels like a big kid when he goes. All right, well, that was one. Let me see. I saw another one that I think we need to know from a health standpoint. Oh, maybe it went away. Yeah. Tower Grove Beer Garden's opening this fall. Oh, I also saw Kevin Nashin, who owns Sydney Street Cafe and Peacemaker. They're opening a new place in Ballpark Village called the Clydesdale STL. Isn't that neat? I love the paying homage to Anheuser-Busch and our Clydesdale. So I don't know the opening dates, but Sauce Magazine and a few other sources were posting that yesterday. That should be fun. We're always looking for some good places to go. Let's see. Did you happen? Oh, Katie Couric revealed she was diagnosed with temporary amnesia. Don't know what happened with that. She suffered from an episode of that. I was a huge fan of hers when she was on the Today Show. Things have changed over the years, and I don't know, some things have gotten a little political. But were you a fan of hers on the Today Show?
I was not.
No, not at all.
I think way back in the days, like when she first started and she had that short haircut, and I had this really long hair, and then I gave birth to Athena, and for some reason I decided, I don't want to take care of all this long hair, so I got my hair cut short, and I have the same haircut that she did.
What? Where's the picture?
I have to show you those pictures. They're horrible, actually.
I've never seen you with anything but long hair.
Right. Yeah, it was.
Oh
terrible.
my gosh, I didn't know that.
I think the thing is when you start getting in, here's my thought on the whole political thing. I think we just need to keep politics out of just our jobs in general. It doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm working with a Democrat or Republican to sell a house. Those are my clients. That's what I care about them. I care about my family. I don't care which family members are Republican, Democrat. And so what happens is when we keep that politics out, even you got musicians, you got singers. And I remember thinking, oh, I love that girl, or I love that. And then you hear something.
And then they open their mouth.
Like, oh, you just ruined it. And I think that's with half of America. So why would you want to lose half of your, whatever?
Well, people ask that. They say, do you ever talk politics? And I said, if I do, I bring guests on. And then I would have both sides, because that is how you do fair and balanced news. The problem was, yes, back then, I don't know, maybe I was too young when I would watch Katie and Matt together, but I didn't feel that they pushed it too much. And then when they all had their own platforms and went out on their own, then it became extremely one-sided, which I'll never do. As you just said, I want to bring everybody to the table. Ultimately, that's the best way our world gets along, is to listen to somebody else's side. You may not agree with it, but at least be kind and open-minded to go, oh, I see how you got to that point. Here's how I got to my point. And we may agree to disagree, but at least we can sit at the same table together.
100%.
Yep. So I don't know if you all agree with that, but that's interesting. I think you're more mad at Katie because you cut your hair like hers and you didn't like it.
I hated my haircut. And it was harder. It's harder to take care of short hair. When you got
Amen. Thank you.
Ponytail.
Thank you. This isn't easy.
Yeah, right? Right, just because it's
If
shorter.
any of you live in Clayton, Missouri, by the way, there was a water main break, and if you were stuck in traffic, that was the reason for it. So that was snarling traffic about 14 hours ago, at least. I did see this thing by Missouri Governor Kehoe. He signed a drunk driving law, in effect, named after victims. Dozens of other laws also were signed, but intoxicated drivers in Missouri will now face tougher consequences, and they are named after certain people that were killed. And it's also higher penalties if someone takes the life of a parent and the kids are left behind. I think this is all good things. When we talk about politics, these are good things that are going into play here in our state.
Interesting.
Right? Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Well, we always talk about if you're going out with friends and you're going to have some drinks, please designate a driver. There's way too many resources out there for you to ever get behind the wheel. And
I mean, Uber.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
Well, the next day, that just today it doesn't make any sense. Today it doesn't. We didn't have all of this back then. We didn't have cell phones to call our friend. We didn't have Uber, to get into a car. It was dangerous back then, and we had to get through MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, to get this far into where we are. So I mean, it's like, yes, have a designated driver or call Uber. Go get your car the next day. There's no reason for anyone, especially these crazy millionaires that you're seeing who have all the money in the world and they're getting pulled over for drunk driving. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, and there's a lot of people also that are choosing to go sober curious, or they're getting mocktails. They don't drink at all. There's way too many people in your circle of friends, trust me, that can take you home safely. So please remember that. But I like the fact that we're signing that into law. Cardinals fans, by the way, yesterday, unfortunately, they lost to the Brewers 8-4. Now, because it seems like that was an ongoing series that took it wasn't 10 games, but I swear it felt like the longest series. Now they'll switch, and they're playing the Atlanta Braves, still at Busch Stadium. They got this long run at Busch tonight at 7:15. But Beckett's talking about some severe weather tonight, so not sure if you're going to be able to get that one in. Thinking about things that you can go to. Have you been to the Muni this year yet?
I have. I went and saw, was it hairdo?
Hairspray.
Hairspray. Yeah. It was a perfect night. Perfect. The weather. Perfect.
So the weather is usually up and down for me for the Muni. Sometimes it's so hot and stifling that it's hard to enjoy it. They've done everything they can for you, though. They've got these big fans in. They've changed some of the concessions, by the way. There's some new food that you can have there. Hairspray, and then South Pacific is playing now, and then I think Newsies is right around the corner. They've got a really good lineup. So if you're going to the Muni, I don't know about this one tonight, if they're going to be able to get it in, or if you'll end up having to do a rain check. Okay, before we get into our friendship and our real estate news, have you been watching the World Cup?
I have been off and on.
Right.
So I'm in tune with Ronnie. He tells me everything that's going on because I'm out, showing houses and all that. So, but I do stay in tune, and I've watched every game that USA played, and it was a bummer that they lost the last game, but.
Well, so Jim had a foreign exchange student many, many years ago. Her name is Sophie, and she's from Belgium. So she WhatsApped me the other day, and she's like, hey, good luck, and may the best team win. And I said, absolutely. And then after the game, and this is kind of going back to the politics. After the game, she didn't rub it in my face, right? There was none of that. I right away said, congratulations. You all deserve that. You definitely outplayed us. We decided to not show up for the game. So now I want to put my cheering behind Belgium, for her. I know that Linda, who watches, she's excited because she has family with France. And France, by the way, did win yesterday. They beat Morocco. In fact, they shut them out 2-0. So if you are following along, Spain and Belgium are on tap today. It is a 2 p.m. game. And then the quarterfinal tomorrow with Norway and England at 4, as well Argentina and Switzerland. When all the storms are happening, just sit and watch the FIFA World Cup. That game's at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I am looking forward to the Argentina game. France will be playing in the semifinals on Tuesday, Linda, next Tuesday afternoon at 2. Who they're playing is still to be announced. And then the semifinals on Wednesday, and the third place and the finals, of course, still to be determined. It'll all wrap up next Sunday, the 19th. But I'm most excited by the fact that I've seen so much kindness between so many countries. All these people who had been at war, all these people who normally would throw shade at each other, now we've all come together. See?
Right.
Kindness, right? Then the
Right?
World Cup will end, and I hope it can continue. Okay, I ate some yesterday with Jim. Today, though, is National French Fry Day. Where's the best French fries? I'll ask you all that right now. In our St. Louis area, or if you're in another area, another country, let us know. Dot, what would you say? Where's the best French fries?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe.
I love a good waffle fry at Chick-fil-A.
No, I definitely do not like waffle fries. That's a big one for me. I do not like.
Interesting.
But I would say Steak and Shake, maybe.
Oh, you like the little skinny
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Do you like McDonald's French fries, which I haven't had in decades, probably?
I haven't had it in a while, but yeah, I remember them being nice and salty. I mean, I just don't like thick potatoes, you know. I think Burger King had thick ones, and some other ones had like real. I don't like the thick.
Do you like the Cajun kind of seasoning or a different kind of seasoning on French fries?
Well,
No? Then I'm guessing you definitely don't, and I don't. You don't like those steak fries, which
no,
are thick.
too thick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What about all of you? So I'll leave this out here for you before we take our break. Where's the best French fries in our area or wherever you live? I'd love to know that. It's also National Kitten Day. We always talk about our dogs like we did at the beginning of the show. We got to give love to the cats, and more importantly, today is National Kitten Day. It is National Pina Colada Day. Do you like pina coladas?
Yes, yes.
You do. Now, I'm not a big coconut fan, but when I went to Hawaii, they have a drink called the Chi-Chi that I fell in love with, and it is coconut, but it's real coconut. I don't like fake coconut. I think that's the problem of why I've never liked coconut before. So I need a pina colada made with actual coconut.
All right,
Maybe that's the difference. Yeah. Chronic Disease Day, National Pick Blueberries Day. Let me give a shout out to both of us know Anne. She went to Eckert's the other day and got us some blueberries.
Oh, nice.
And Collector Car Appreciation Day. Oh, I like that. If that's on tap today, they should have some kind of shows with all those really cool. Do you have any particular cars that you liked when you were growing up that I miss now?
You know, I think like the old Firebirds.
Oh, Firebirds.
Yeah.
I've always been a Corvette fan. Like, you can go back to the 56 is probably my absolute favorite. And then there were some years that I thought were okay, kind of like Mustangs. I always was a fan of Mustangs also. Then you got to a point where I'm like, what did you do there? I think that
growing up, we had literally just like these limited cars. And then now you can get like, there's thousands of different cars.
But they all look alike is what I have a problem with. They all just started to look alike, and you don't have the uniqueness of the cars from yesteryear. Do you all agree with that? Feel free to weigh in. This is your show, after all. Again, if you're just tuning in, I just thought I would do it a little bit different and have Dot interact with me with our fun news you can use. Julie said we love Uber. Exactly. And she laughed when you said hairdo instead of hairspray. Hairspray was at the Muni. Rose said, good morning. I almost slept through Friendship Friday. Well, I'm glad you're up. Usually up at 5, late night with the kiddos. Hairdo, first laugh of the day. I laughed so hard. See? It's real, right? Julie says Lion's Choice. I don't think I've ever had them. Lion's Choice are the best. Linda said, I love watching the team showing kindness. I wish we saw more of that here. Well, again, it just takes a leader. Steak and Shake. And okay, that was the other thing I was wondering. Do you like a curly fry, Dot, before we take our break?
I do like curly fries. I mean, I just like little fries.
She just likes the little ones. I don't want a big fry. So if you ever have Dot over, do not offer her a big fry. We know that about her now. All right, we're going to get into more of this laughter and education. So Dot's on tap first. We're going to talk friendship and real estate, and then a really cool Foodie Friday on tap from Garden View Care Centers. Not one, not two, but 3 amazing chefs. That's all on tap for you today.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Well, welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show on this Friday. Thrilled to have you along. Again, if you're just tuning in, where's the best French fry in your area? We'd love to know that. Linda said, I agree, Dot. The skinny fries are the best. Dawn says, oh, thank you. Why didn't I even think about that? Sweet potato fries are not pretty yummy. They're incredible. I prefer a sweet potato fry over a French fry. Do you agree with that one?
I actually do love sweet potato fries.
Yes, but again, thinner ones, not big, thick. All right. If you're all just tuning in, this is Dot Fleshman. If you have not ever seen her on our show, let me introduce you. She is a real estate agent with Coldwell Bank Gundaker. Fleshman at cbrealty.com is the email address I want you to hang on to for you or anybody else that you know that's getting ready to sell or buy their home, but make sure they're doing this well in advance so they get that home that they love. 314-324-3317. You can also go online at .fleshman.com. All right, so since we talked last month, how's the market looking?
Still busy. It was a very, very, very busy June, very busy May, very busy June. Here we're hitting in July and we're still busy. But
You've been busy.
yes, yes, yes. We sold, we got 5 properties closed in the month of June.
Wow.
This is my family, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, and I was so proud to just work with them and just happy to be a part of their journey in getting them to sell their one house and buy a different house. So we got them both done within the same month.
Congratulations.
Yep.
So
And
5 properties total.
5 properties total closed under contract and closed all in June. These 2 condos are my client who is an investor, and he's so great. And what he does is he buys these condos, he fixes them up and rents them out to to people who need to rent. And so we got both of those under contract. And
Well, I'm just going to tell you, and we're going to talk about our friendship in just a second. Dot doesn't rest, okay? Plain and simple. Dot does not rest. We went to the spa, and I don't have that. I might be able to pull the video quickly. There's a video where we are in robes, and then she's over to my left, right next to the lockers, and I'm like, never stops working. This is the real estate agent for you. Here she is needing to de-stress, needing to relax, but she was down to the wire before she got a chance to go and get the massage and the facial and enjoy it. That's the real estate agent that you want. I do want you to be able to detach, but I get it because you can't.
We were just going under contract. I had gone out of town. My colleague who took care of, my side here in St. Louis called and said, I think they want to go under contract. So we were negotiating all the terms, et cetera. So this one just went under contract. This is my friend slash, I hired this person when I worked at the Four Seasons many, many years ago.
Aww.
Followed me on social media, contacted me and says, hey, I need to buy a house. You're the person to do it. I see you on social media. So basically we
cool.
her house. She's amazing, and we did a one and done. She showed me a house. We looked at it. We went and saw the house. She loved it. We put an offer in. They accepted. Done.
Isn't that neat? Isn't it? So, it goes back to the fact that we're talking kindness, and you do that, people remember you, and forever you are attached, no matter what you're doing in your life. And so she came back and trusted Dot, which is what I'm telling you to do as well. So that was 1. You have 3 under contract this month.
I have 3 under contract. This is my next little couple. They're engaged to be married, and we just put this one under contract out in Wentzville. It's a beautiful area out there. And this one, this is one where, we lost a few in order to get to this point. They're not all easy, one and done. I mean, that's like barely ever. Most of the time it's you find a house, you fall in love, you put an offer in, and if you don't quite get it, because someone either overbids you or pays cash or whatever.
Or you're not ready, like we always stress. You don't have all your ducks in order.
That's correct. So we had to miss a few to get that one.
And then this one?
And then that one is my client who is also family. We listed this house. And so this house, you can't see to the left of it, but they have a huge pool to the left. It's a double lot and they have a huge pool. This house was his family house. He grew up in his mom and dad's house. It's a family of, I think, 6 kids, and they all have to sell this property. And they renovated it. It's brand new. It's move-in ready. There's nothing to do. And they are under contract over the weekend while we were out of town.
Exactly. We heard about a lot of it. We saw Dot getting frustrated. We saw Dot come out of it. We saw Dot have patience. And that's You have to, because you eating what you kill. Like, we talk about fishing, and she's got to do that, right? It's not just guaranteed money. People always think, oh, real estate agents, oh, it's such an easy job. I watched it play out, folks. This is what, we love to be real about. And while we thought, great, we're going to get away, we all, well, except for Jim, all three of us, because we're entrepreneurs, all three of us were working. Jim was like, yes, I get to relax. you need one of them in the group where they're just like, okay, come on, let's reel you all back in. Well, congratulations. 5 sold, 3 under contract. And again, just continuing to be a busy market. One of the things that we wanted to talk about today is, as I just mentioned, the importance of having all your ducks in order, because this is the time. And I want you to explain this. Here we are in July. We know what's right around the corner, the beginning of the school year. So people are like shuffling, trying to get that house to get in place, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. July buyers aren't browsing. They are on a deadline. This is real stuff here, people. And what happens is you start out in the spring season, maybe February, maybe March. You work through March, you work through April, you work through May, you work through June. And if you have not gone under contract by then, I mean, or maybe you didn't even start until like May or June. So some people started in the spring. Those are the serious buyers. They're the ones who are now, they're all in. They're all in, they're going to put in their best offers that they can. They need to be under contract. So part of where we are in July is, if you're on the seller side, people are very serious about buying their houses and they're willing to negotiate. But, there's a whole. Mom, can you hear me bouncing off?
Yep. Can I hear you what?
I'm hearing a bounce.
You're just happy and you're bouncing.
No, I mean, I just want to make sure I sound okay on that end because I've got a double bounce here. But anyway.
Turn your volume down on your computer, maybe. Or are you on your phone?
No, I'm on my computer.
Do you all hear her bouncing? I don't. It's not bad.
Okay. The real Monica Adams here.
Exactly. So again, if you're just tuning in, as you can see on the screen, Fleshman, Coldwell banker, Gundaker, realtor, and we're talking about this window in real estate that many people underestimate, and it's open right now. You just mentioned that some people may have started back in the spring or even the beginning of the year. Maybe they even started in the fall of last year. That's who's going to get those houses.
Yeah. That's correct. You're serious at this point. You're going all in. And maybe before you're like, maybe my cap is 350 or 450 or whatever your cap is. And you're like, I really don't want to spend my entire cap. I really want to be here. And so when we test the waters that way, sometimes we just don't make it. And, after you lose a few listings or a few homes that you absolutely fall in love with, you really don't want to lose that next one. So you really do go all in and find them. And we like to look at like 3 or 4 houses at the same time and then kind of choose, where do we want to be. But here's the thing, it's not really just picking a house. It has to be perfect. And I don't mean perfect in the sense that the house is perfect, but the terms have to matter. The terms have to matter, how much money you're spending. No one really wants to go over the budget that they feel most comfortable in, because you really have to live a life. You don't want to be house rich, or house poor, I should say. And so part of that is making it all work together. The house has to be, some clients are okay buying a home where they have to renovate it themselves and say, we'll put in our own kitchen and we'll tear out the floors and we'll do some painting, and that's great. But if it requires too much work, and they have a limited time, that does not balance out. So then we have to look at homes that the prices are a little bit higher, but they're already move-in ready. So you see this, you're either going to buy move-in ready or you're going to buy one that you can renovate, but you also need the time and the money to do that. And if you have a very busy job, and both of you have busy jobs, that's hard. That's why it's like you just have to find one that's move-in ready and you have to pay, or unless you are okay with having both payments. having one house that you're living in and one house that you're working on.
Well, I love the fact that you mentioned this because I was teasing. There is a friend of mine that is a realtor out in St. Charles County, and she listed a home. I tagged Dot and I said, Dot, this is it. This is the dream. I've always painted the picture of whether it's a lake or a pond, or if we were somewhere else, it would be an ocean, but I would have an infinity pool that would feel like I was going into that. It would have some property. It had a gated community. It had a fencing around it for dogs. It had an incredible pool house. And then all of a sudden, Dot's like, Monica, this is not downsizing.
That was upsizing. And that was a beautiful 1.3, 1.4, 1 point whatever $1 million home, which was gorgeous.
But everybody was laughing, Dot, because I said, I would like to start a GoFundMe.
I know, right? Me too.
By the way, the house is under contract in 3 days. I knew it would move fast. It's stunning. But I didn't know where Josephville was. That's Wentzville. It's just to the north, they were saying. So it was only like going to be 10 minutes from my mom. I was like, I can move Mom in. Mama Jackie can live with us. I had so many dreams.
Right.
Anyway, yes, be realistic. You don't want to be house poor. And yes, that was too much house for us. Rose, let me see. You have to have patience to do what Dot does. Amen. I have seen many home buyers treat their agent like they were their private secretaries. One of my friends called hers at 1 o'clock in the morning to tell her they changed their mind about a house. I'm like, huh? Yeah. Are you on call 24/7?
You know what? I don't know that circumstance, but I'm wondering if that was an unusual situation. There have been times where something needed to be signed, and we have deadlines, and if the deadline is midnight, I'm up until I'm there until they can get something signed. So it depends on the situation. 24/7. I mean, I have a really good balance, I think, with
You have boundaries?
Yeah, I don't think I have too many clients calling me at late, they're respectful. But if there is a situation where maybe we're putting in an offer and, and it's late at night, we want to get the offer in tonight before the next day. So, they're up, I'm up. I'm like, hey, if you're working, I'm working. So we're in.
No, and that's honestly, that is the type of real estate agent you want, but you also want to treat them with respect and kindness, and don't take advantage of them. And ideally, don't call them at all crazy hours of the day and night. Linda said it's okay to dream. I do it all the time. Exactly. And you know what? What I take is components of things that I fall in love with. Wonderful landscaping. I'm very big on a brick and stone facade. Anything that you can see from the street or from the side, I think should be brick or stone, if it can be. And then the back of the house could be siding. I mean, that's where not everybody is seeing it. That's the way our house is. I think the appointments on homes people need to be thinking about. That house had a separate area like ours does. So if you have a pool, if you're building, one of the coolest things is to have a separate area for people to go in, to go to the bathroom and go right back out, so they're not traipsing through your home. Those small little things that people don't think about and then others do, those are the houses that I think are great movers. So again, yes, we're in July. So as we get ready to go, I can't believe we're going to be talking about kids going back to school next month already. So acting before August, putting you ahead of the back to school scramble. So would we have to do less and less to homes right now because people are wanting to just grab them up? So some people that thought, oh my gosh, I have to change this, I have to change this, I have to change this. Are they just saying, that's okay, I just need a home?
I don't think that changes in this dynamic. So if you're a seller and you're trying to sell your home, you're trying to put your best foot forward. So you're going to always make sure that it looks perfect. The challenge we start coming into is as we come into the summer, if the grass isn't as green as it was in the spring, if that sunlight hits like a certain way during the summer, if your flowers are starting to die a little bit, you want to really keep that maintenance up, because what's going to happen is the spring is just like everything's fresh and whatever, clean, but we want to maintain that along the way. So those are the things that we have to keep looking at. And if you're someone who's listing a home, you want to make sure that you have the air conditioning working and it's got a good feel for someone to come through. But the dynamic hasn't changed on whether, we can give up or slow down on how the presentation of it on either end, the buyers or the sellers.
And pre-approval isn't optional. It's your entry ticket.
If you are not pre-approved, that is just right. You absolutely have to be pre-approved. And when we talk about July being like, we got to go, I mean, I'm talking you are ready. You've got everything ready to go. You've got your agent with you, ready to go. I mean, you're on call at all times where it's like, if the house pops up, let's go see it. Let's be the first to see it. By the way, I want to share that my one client that I was just sharing with you that just went under contract, home went on the market. She pulled it up. She sent it to me. I looked at her and I said, we need to go see it in the morning. We put a tight deadline on there. And we offered a really good premium to what they're asking price. And so what happens is they went ahead and canceled their open house that they were going to have on that following Sunday. But we jumped on it and gave a tight deadline, but offered a little bit more as well. And I think, we can't just like, if it's Thursday and you say, you know what, let's look at it on Sunday. It won't be there on Sunday.
Yep.
So unfortunately, what's happening here is you've got your jobs, he's got his jobs. I say one of you go FaceTime, show them that there has to be trust. Let me ask you a question. If you and Jim wanted to buy a house and you couldn't make it, but Jim could make it, and we FaceTimed you and he was in love, would you be okay signing the contract or would you have to see it?
I trust him. I think by now we've been together long enough that he knows what I'm looking for. I know there are things that he likes that I don't necessarily like, and I think he would probably put them aside. What are you pointing to?
And me.
That you like?
And your agent should know what you like.
Oh, so, absolutely. 100%. Yes.
So I'm there with Jim and it's like something that I know you're not going to like. I'm like,
I love that. That's a very good point. If you're hearing what she's saying, you need to have someone, and that's why I want you to work with Dad, well, first of all, we're very good friends. So I trust her on that respect. But she would get to know me because this is a whole nother level than just a friendship, which we'll talk about in just a second. This is, wait a minute. And by the way, the next home is the forever home. Yeah. This home that I absolutely love will not be our home. That next home will be. And so she will know this is serious. This is the home you guys will be in for the rest of your life. We got to get this one right. So yes, if Jim's there, I'm on FaceTime. I ask you guys to show me around or bad connection. I can't see it. All of a sudden I say, okay, I trust you. I trust you. I know Jim wouldn't put me in something that I would hate. And if it's something that is not exactly everything I want, I think that would be the cool thing of start adding those components, right? I found a great interior designer, which you're coming to see her next Tuesday. We'll talk about that in just a second. I can't wait to hire her to finally have the way I've always wanted the house to look. Like I can do some good decorating, but the interior designer mindset to me is a whole other level that just blows me away, where I'm like, how'd you do that? I mean, I get it because I do it in fashion, but I don't do it in my home. You do a good job of it. Our friend Michelle Harmon does a great job of it. And then you leave it to the true pros, which are at the porch, which I'll talk about in just a second. Let's do rates. We kind of skipped over that in the beginning. What are the rates right now?
The rates have not moved much. Okay. We're still battling this whole war. We're still battling the whole interest rate thing. We were hoping, early in the spring, before the war hit, that we would have, in the high fives, low sixes, for the next year or so. And right now we're at about 6.4, 6.6 for a 30-year mortgage. If you wanted to really lower that rate, you can do a 15-year mortgage. Yeah. And if you did a 15-year loan, it raises your monthly a little bit, but you can get it paid off in 15 years. And it's not like double. So a lot of people thought like if it's a $2,000, let's say for a 30-year, would it be $4,000 if you do a 15? It doesn't work that way. It's really more like, 26 or 2,700. So it's a little bit more, but you get it done in 15 years.
Let me ask this, because my mom and dad always taught me, if you feel like you're a little nervous by a 15-year because you feel like, I don't know if I can do that, get a 30-year, be okay with the amount that you're paying, but then pay extra principal, pay that down.
Every month.
Yeah.
Every month. So if you make 2 additional home payments within a 12-month period, so within a year, somewhere in between there, make 2 extra payments, you can lower that to like a 20-year loan.
Yeah, that's what I do right now. When I pay our mortgage, I'm always paying extra. So anyway, think about those things. Rose just said, how did you get into real estate?
How did I get? So that's a great question, Rose. About let's see, I've been in it for about 5 years, but 10 years ago, I went to lunch, or I went to have coffee with my girlfriend, and she said, Dot, you'd be really great in real estate, and we talked all about it. And at that time, I just wasn't quite ready. You know, my job was keeping me busy with what I was doing then in the hospitality industry. And I remember when COVID hit, I just kept thinking about real estate and wanting to do it. And I was helping friends search for, Google and search for homes and stuff. And I thought, gosh, I'd love to do this. When COVID hit, I looked at my husband and I said, if I get furloughed and then laid off and then terminated, I'm in. So that did happen. I took the class and I was so happy. And I think to myself, why did I not do it?
You weren't meant to. You were exactly where you were supposed to be at that time. I don't know if you all heard the story in the past. I think she told it once. You and Ron, on the very same day, wasn't it? Both lost your jobs.
Yeah, we both.
How scary is that?
Yeah, it was definitely, it was scary, but it was also empowering. It was
exciting.
Yes, like, that's cool. This is our next step. And this is when you go into fight or flight. But the reality is he was already connected to someone and, moving in that direction. And so it wasn't scary, crazy, but it was definitely something in our life that we thought, oh my gosh.
Right? Well, but I hope you all hear that, because when something's taken away, it's really exciting, because something bigger and better usually is to come. If you're faith-based like Dot and I are, we are like, okay, I'm leaving it up to you. Tell me what's coming. And then look, here she is, smiling on camera with you all, and just can't wait to get you your dream home, or to sell that home for you, to do maybe both. So once again, Fleshman at cbrealty.com, 314-324-3317. Again, this is a really interesting window that's open, and families, again, needing to close before school starts, relocation buyers have offer letters with start dates. Buyers who missed spring are done waiting. Again, that's not casual traffic. They are the most motivated buyers of the year. So understand that this could really work in your favor right now. Those houses that are priced right, and this is key, that are priced right, they are moving. And if they're overpriced, that's why they're sitting for a while. So, which I'm seeing in our own neighborhood, by the way.
That's
It must be either that, or it's the fact, and it's a shame, because I have been in that home. Well, the previous buyers, it's a beautiful home, and they just did a ton of landscaping, which, by the way, is another thing that you were stressing. Curb appeal hits different in full summer daylight. First impressions unavoidable. So clean up all of that in front of the house. You don't have to do exorbitant landscaping, but make sure it looks nice. They've done all that. They put a new roof on. It looks beautiful, but they literally have no backyard. It's just, I think that's hurting them.
So that is such a great point that you brought up. So we're going to do something next month that's going to be something fun that talks about, like, would you rather type things. But we have my client actually went under contract because not everyone is looking for a big yard. I mean, not everyone has kids. Not everyone wants to cut all that grass. I mean, it's just not. And sometimes you go to these houses like in Crestwood, and they have these little ranch homes, and they've got like a yard so big. I'm like, if this was in the city, you can put like 4 houses in here. They have these huge yards. But not everyone, if you're really downsizing, you don't want to be cutting grass, when you're getting older, and it's like, you've got an acre of grass to cut. Well, I guess unless you're on the riding lawnmower.
Riding lawnmower, correct. See, we have 5 acres. Only about an acre or less than an acre is actually maintained. Everything else is all woods. I think it's a waste. I'm like, okay, why do we have 5 acres? There's nothing I used to want to, I don't know if you know that. Huh?
Privacy.
Yeah, but to me, if I have that acreage, I actually want something done to it. I've walked our property before. It's up and down. I've actually slid down and hurt myself because it's just all rocky and woods. But I used to think, well, can we go back there? Can we just clear it out? Can we have a trail for my clients I personal train? Or can we have a wine and bourbon trail for when we host? A lot of ideas, but I wanted it to be, instead it's just back there. I do like property, and so does Jim, though. It doesn't have to be 5 acres, but we do like to have separation so you're not right up against the next home. But again, and this is something that she's taking notes, and she'll know about when I'm on FaceTime and he's in front of you.
Right. Or it might be vice versa. But I mean, the trust level has to be there on, when you explain to each other what we're really looking for, we need to support each other on what those things are.
It's a good question, though. Let's ask him, because, see, I'm not the one with control issues. Jim, would you be okay with that? He's acting like he doesn't hear us. I don't know. I don't know if he'd be okay without being there. She said if you were on FaceTime, and first of all, you'd have to teach him how to do FaceTime.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you weren't there and you were like on Zoom or something, and I'm in front, and we have to make a decision right there and then, would you trust that I would pick the right house?
No, because you don't want to be showing me half of the house and not the whole.
He said no, because you wouldn't show me the whole house. What?
So I wouldn't see all 5,000 square feet.
He said he wouldn't show me all 5,000 square feet. Dad wants to know that you want to downsize, see?
I got you, Jim. We're not looking at 5,000 square feet.
All right. Well, as you can see, the silliness that we have together, we're going to transition into the love of friendship. By the way, Dot, you're amazing, Stephanie said. I want to make sure everybody is heard here. There was a little bounce that they heard for a second, but it was gone. Stephanie said she loves Chevy cars and a tater tot girl. We were asking earlier, today's National French Fry Day. Where are your favorite French fries or tater tots or sweet potatoes? Krista said, I love the old Mustangs and Trans Ams. Cars do look the same today. I miss the uniqueness. Yeah, and the limited ones for sure. Sweet potato fries. We already talked about the housing market. Okay, I want to make sure everybody was heard. We're going to take a break. We just got back, and this is the first time in all the years that we've known each other that we finally had a chance to go on vacation together. We've known each other since 2007?
Yes.
Okay, but it's not that we haven't tried. We absolutely have talked about it. I've talked about bringing them to Cabo with us, which I would love to make happen at some point. We just haven't had a chance to do it until just a couple of weeks ago. We finally went to Las Vegas. So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about, as you can see behind her, America's 250th birthday. So stay tuned for that.
Thankful to Monica for having me on the show here today. I just love having the opportunity to try and help other people. There are a lot of people in my life that were there for me in my time of need, and that was important for me today to talk to Monica about that. You know, you can get low and then work yourself back up to where you want to be, and people around you can help you do that. Surround yourself with the right people. That's what Monica tries to do here with this show. In fact, I know that's what she wants to do, is she wants people that are like-minded to help each other, to point each other in the right direction, to lift each other up, not put each other down. It was amazing for me to sit in here and talk with Monica, and hopefully it helps somebody along the way. I know that every show that she puts on is fantastic. It's worth your while to be tuning in every single day. Don't worry about some of the negativity around the world, whether it's on TV and this, that, the other. Tune in here to Monica and let her tell her story as well as her guests tell their story. There's always something that you can get from somebody else. And if you pick up just one little thing that helps you, that makes this a success. And that is why I'm here with Monica today.
That was Jamie Rivers, by the way, and I have asked in the past, as you're seeing some of the things go underneath here on our screen, talking about if you would like to have a particular topic or guest on the show, shoot me a message at info@therealmonicaadams.com. I've heard from a lot of you that you love when I have our former St. Louis Blues players on. So Jamie Rivers has been on, Reed Lowe's been on, Tony Twist has been on. We got to get Brett Hull on. Kelly Chase was on in the past, and we need to check on him, see how his health is doing for sure. So let's send some thoughts and prayers out to him. If you're just tuning in, we did our real estate talk. Now we're going to get into our friendship talk. Once again, our guest is Dot Fleshman with Coldwell Banker Gundaker. And yeah, we finally had a chance. Rose said, Vegas, baby. Did you go to Fremont Street? We didn't get a chance to go much beyond where we stayed, which, by the way, what did you think of the hotel that we stayed at?
I think the M was beautiful. It was everything. I mean, it was so nice. It was clean. It was enough away that you can get to the strip if you wanted to quickly. But it was no complaints. I mean, the spa was amazing.
Again, and that was one of the favorite things. So it's funny because when we made our plans, and I have a friend that lives there, and then I also have a cousin that lives there, and we had a chance to visit with both of them, which was fantastic, and we'll go through. So that's my cousin and her husband there on the right. I also had a chance, and Dot has actually met him in the past, but we also had a chance to visit with my dear friend who has been on the show, by the way, Todd Michaels. Todd was in Vegas when we first met him, by the way, when we brought him into St. Louis for WIL, and now he's back there. So there's my cousin, and there is our dear friend, Todd. Todd, though, made me laugh, because when I said, yeah, we're making all these plans, and I started listing through all these restaurants, and he said, are you guys doing anything else besides eating?
Well,
We want to stress, your husband is a big foodie.
yes. Yes.
I mean, when he finally gave us dates that he could do, he sent 6 restaurants within like a second. And I'm like, what? Oh, I guess he wants to eat at all these places.
Right. Right. I mean, if you're going to go out of town, I mean, he watches these guys, on TV, on the food shows. And so he knows all about them, and he knows where to go for the best restaurants just because he hears about them all the time, on TV. And he always picks the best places. Oh, my gosh.
This is the one that he really wanted to go to. And it's funny because I had a text message from a friend that we ran into. Do you not think that was crazy, Dot, that we ran into a grade school friend of mine, which I showed on the show about a week ago? I mean, we sit down and we hear, oh my God. And I thought something fell. And then I looked to my left and it is my friend Michelle Marisi Wapple. She and her husband and some friends, they were there seeing Kenny Chesney at the Sphere, which people asked, and I knew they would right away, Dot, Monica, please tell us that you went to the Sphere. We saw it from the high roller, and it was amazing looking, but we did not get a chance to go inside of it. I would have liked to have, but the guys weren't with us wanting to see Wizard of Oz.
Right. Right.
Why? We would have had so much fun, I think. We took at least a picture. We took a picture with the Wizard of Oz.
But, we had limited time, so I understand.
Yeah, but I would like to go back. So a lot of people were saying how great Kenny Chesney was. I remember somebody saw you two there. So it looks amazing. But we went by, took pictures of it, went to the High Roller, which is this cool Ferris wheel that takes you up, and you see just how vast the amount of growth Las Vegas has seen. And where we stayed, which is, well, if you take Las Vegas Boulevard, it takes an hour. But if you get onto the highway, it's only about 10, 15 minutes away. Henderson, Nevada, by the way, is where we stayed. And a lot of that is being pushed out towards that. You'll see more and more of the Las Vegas Strip continuing that way. But what was your favorite part of the trip?
I loved just being out there, people watching, whether we were at the Sphere or, at the, whatever that thing is called, High Roller.
High Roller, yeah.
Or even out at shopping. I loved shopping and just browsing and having fun, and just restaurants. I mean, it was all fun, but my most favorite part, like if I say Vegas, it's like that spa and pool were my favorite, my absolute favorite.
Nope, I agree. And that was the thing that I was looking forward to, by the way, as we were putting our itinerary together. And sometimes people are so overly scheduled, which I appreciate what they do. But for me, I want some spontaneity. From a restaurant standpoint, it's important to make reservations. You can't have the arrogance of thinking, let me just walk in. So we did make our reservations to ensure that we had that all taken care of. I had actually looked up, and when Lauren Knowledge here in town won the James Beard for Bulk and Treat Box and Tevla, I looked and said, I wonder if Las Vegas had a James Beard winner. And sure enough, they did for the first time in 15 years. So we went to the restaurant, a Mexican-style restaurant that I thought was very good, but somebody asked me what I thought of Bobby Flay's place. I love to be honest. I was underwhelmed. I thought our fish was just okay. You were wanting like this big piece of fish. But she also made a really good comment. She said, I'm so spoiled by the food that Ron makes that I go out to these restaurants and think my husband does a better job.
Right. He's an amazing chef. He really is great at what he does. And he knows, those different palettes and the different spices and everything, how it goes. And so, yes, I am a little spoiled by that. But when you're going out to a restaurant that's getting, 5-star reviews, you expect, the service was amazing. In fact, the service everywhere we went, I thought was amazing.
It was. The only thing is, I had a review that came into my email for Casa Playa, which was the place we went to Friday night, and they asked, hopefully you had a good place, or you had a good experience. I gave them 5 stars in a lot, but then I went down because we all collectively said the same thing, and that was, why did they take all the plates off the table so quickly, as if you were being rushed through? And that was my only thing. Can you hear that water, by the way? I'm sorry. No. Okay,
Yes.
that's better. So, okay, you can hear now. So
I did have a hard
was-
time with that, though.
Yeah, that was the one thing that we all said. And my cousin looked at me and she's like, I'd understand if it was like free chips and salsa or whatever, but we actually paid for all of that. And there was still a lot of chips. There was still a lot of salsa left. And then they just cleared the table. And I understand in their mind, it's probably to get your, they're getting your next courses, but at least ask. So that was the only thing. And I will tell you, though, the manager wrote back and said, I deeply apologize for that. We always want to make sure that we are providing the best service. I hope you do come back. I'm like, well, I'm in St. Louis, but if we went back, the food was good. Very good spices. The drinks were amazing. So I did enjoy that. But my favorite was Mon Ami Gabi. It's the second time I've been there. It's inside of the Paris Hotel. If you've never been, put it on your list. Was that one of your favorites?
I thought that was delicious, yes.
Yeah. Jim's favorite was actually where he had his pancakes.
Oh, my God.
Hill, not our Blueberry here in St. Louis, but if you ever go.
My second choice was In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. The guys went, we don't have pictures of that. The guys went and saw the.
Hoover Dam.
No, he keeps saying that.
Oh, sorry.
What'd you say?
The Hoover Dam.
Correct. He keeps saying the Bagnell Dam, which is in the Ozarks. The Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam, and right there, Arizona and Nevada, right there on the line. He and Ron went to that when Dot and I went to the spa. It was a perfect thing for the guys to go do. Cool pictures. He loved the history of it all. But they went to the In-N-Out Burger. He said that was his second favorite.
Oh.
See, that's my husband, the simplistic side of it all. We all like this James Beard 5-star. He's like, just give me an In-N-Out Burger and give me a pancake.
Yep, that's perfect, actually.
I know, right? Okay, before we wrap up, we just celebrated America's 250th, which, do you remember growing up and back in the 70s being excited and, you think you hit one milestone and then you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to be around for the 250th? Yes, it's exciting to think about where we've come in the last 50 years. So how did you celebrate?
Well, 1976, I remember being in school celebrating the big, huge 1976, versus 1776, 200 years, all this.
Yeah.
Man, and here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did you celebrate?
So these are my beautiful grandbabies. I've got a fourth one coming in the next 2 months or so.
Wow.
And what they did is they helped me put flags out in every home in my subdivision. So we put flags out, plus I put like a little bag filled with some candy and some postcards in there. And the postcards basically stated what the whole purpose of 250 celebration is and what the flag is for and the fact that I'm proud to sponsor this neighborhood. And then also a little postcard that says that Sunday, July 19th is National Ice Cream Day. So I'm having a little ice cream social here at my house. I want everyone to just come and get some ice cream. And they helped me put it, the flag in the by the mailbox, and then the girls helped me put the bags by the doors, and we just had a blast.
I love that.
Right.
So many people were saying, my God, Monica, I'm so surprised that you didn't have some big blowout party. And we actually didn't have any plans. We ended up celebrating. My mom came over, Jim's son and our daughter-in-law, and my dear friend Julie and her husband Doug, and then my child Kylie. So it was a nice small gathering. We had a great time. The storms came through and had debris everywhere. So we want to thank Jim and his sister Laura, who was also with us, because Laura went around and helped him to clean all that up while I was with everybody in the pool. We were getting back and forth. It was crazy. Crazy the storms come through. It actually took a tree down in our backyard.
Oh.
But then,
Did not pick up on that while you were getting everybody to frolic in the pool?
I was taking care and hosting while he was, well, actually, the funny thing is Julie was like, well, he stopped that noise. I just want him to have fun. Can't you guys do that later? My thought was, yes, he and I will clean this up tomorrow, but he wanted it up immediately. And so his sister helped him do that. But while I Yes, well, I hosted and entertained because someone has to do that. Let's see. Kids are adorable. Dot, you are super blessed. She also said there's more to see in Vegas than people think. Agreed. I'd love to go back. Hubby's not a fan. I think a lot of people aren't a fan because they think Vegas gambling. We gambled once. We didn't put one thing in any machine. So, yeah, some of you are like, what? How did you not gamble? She and I would rather shop. That's where I want to get my money.
Right.
Stephanie said, I do want to go to the Sphere to see the Wizard of Oz. And we almost went to Giada's place. I actually think we probably should have over Bobby Flay.
I know. Looking back, I wish we would have.
Oh, Stephanie, wow, you lost power for 4 hours. Rose said, tell Jim to get his own show, LOL. Okay, by the way, I'm going to see you next Tuesday, correct?
That's correct. I will be there.
I love it. Fantastic. Well, folks, if you have not heard me talk about this, the porch in Wildwood, and when we talk about this, I want to introduce the two of you, by the way, because it's important when you think of staging homes or getting ideas for staging, this would be a great place for it. This is the porch in Wildwood, and Jan Kaufman is the owner. She is an interior designer. She also has her right-hand girl she loves so much, Nicole Little. They do a lot of custom work back here. You get a chance to sit down, and that's just truly a playground where they can do so much for your home that you get a chance to pick out if you've never done that before. Otherwise, you might just want to go in and just have the beauty of what they have there. Some of the particular brands that they carry, Gabby dining chairs, McKinley leather samples, and Paul Robert fabrics, Hooker samples and Taylor King fabrics. They have Jaunty rug samples and Jaipur rug samples. And then they have the coolest thing when we talk about looking for a purse. This is what I want you to look at, Dot. They have purses that have a lifetime warranty. They're called Kelly Took handbags. And then also when you're talking about really incredible Aren't those beautiful? They're just beautiful. I just want you to just take it all in and just look at it. They're just stunning. So if you have not been, the porch in Wildwood, again, located at 16957 Manchester Road in Wildwood, theporchwildwood.com. That is our mobile Monica that's on tap for noon next Tuesday. So if you haven't made plans yet, I would love for you to do so. Yes, Rose, this is my present to you. And I know we were going to maybe wait and have a surprise for next week, but no, I wanted to announce it today. Dot is going to the porch? No wonder my cousin wanted me to go so bad. Yes, breaking news, Dot and Rose are finally going to meet.
Oh my gosh, after how many years? Rose, I look forward to meeting you on Tuesday.
Yeah, you've been on the show for 2 years, right?
Right.
Yeah, so Rose, there you go. It's a gift. And Chris probably wanted it to be a surprise, but I had to talk about it on the show today. So I'm looking forward to it. My friend, can't wait to see you next week. From now until then, enjoy your beautiful weekend. Give my love to Ron. And again, had such a wonderful time. I'm so glad we finally had a chance to get away.
Same, ditto for me. And you guys all have a great weekend. Just to let you know, if you missed out on any of the fireworks this, on the 4th of July, we have them here at Sublet Park on Saturday night at 9 o'clock. So if you want to come out to, Arsenal and Sublet Park has this huge fireworks. It's the Saturday after 4th of July every year. And so if you missed out, we'll be here.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I told you that people aren't done. They want to keep that. They want to keep the entertainment going. By the way, next month, Dot will be on Friday, August 7th, so you can mark it on the calendar. We're going to do that Would You Rather friendship. That should be fun. Those are all really fun for us.
Those are so fun. I'm looking forward to that one.
All right, my friend. Well, have a beautiful day. Everybody, don't go anywhere. We are doing an extended edition of the Real Monica Adams Show. We have a Foodie Friday. So, Dad, let me just ask you this. If you thought that you, me, our spouses, we all had to go into a nursing home, would you immediately think, oh, the food's going to be bland?
Well, I always thought that it was bland just because, I don't know.
That's because that's what we all believe. And maybe it used to be. It's a stigma that we're going to break today. The 3 chefs that we are going to be featuring, one is from Doherty Ferry, one is from O'Fallon, Missouri, and then one is from Chesterfield. They all came from cooking at country clubs, hotels, restaurants, and now they are working at Garden View, and they said that they finally found their purpose. I just love the fact that they were putting smiles on so many faces. I said, gosh darn it, why didn't I know this? I would have wanted to sit there and eat with my mom. I felt like, well, I can't eat. They said, oh, you could have. And I'm like, I just want to go back. Can I make a reservation at Garden View? Well, I can't wait for you all to see this. And trust me when I tell you, it's all amazing, but you're going to want the tomato soup recipe. Trust me on this. Okay? All right, my friend. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, Food Friday coming up next.
Most places you walk into, you look around, you nod, not here. You could try anything. Woo! Only 3 minutes in here, I'm already gassed. Check this bad boy out. It's a swim spa. Let's go. This is called the Sweaty Goat. This is where I get my demons out. Whether it's a hot tub, a swim spa, a sauna, or a cold tub, you come in here and you could try it and you pick what you want. That's Spas and More, STL. And tell them Cam sent you.
Well, good morning. Welcome into a Foodie Friday. Holy cow, it's a party in the kitchen. We are at the Slyman Brothers Appliances in Baldwin on Manchester Road. Check them out. They are a huge sponsor of our show, and we love them. Sometimes we're here, sometimes we're in our own kitchen. You never know where we're going to be, but you do know one thing. The food's going to be good.
That's right.
Today I have 3 chefs. This is really exciting. No, we're not going to do a competition, but we're going to share the love of good food and who they're providing that food for. You've been hearing me over the last several months talk about Garden View, the care centers, and they truly do care. But this is the food that goes into those loving residents and faculty and warm their bellies. We're going to break a stigma because a lot of people probably think, oh, it's bland. I'm gonna tell you right now, it smells amazing in this kitchen, and I witness a lot of it being made. It's not bland. We're gonna find out their favorite seasonings, their favorite chefs, and their love for what has kept them at Garden View for many, many, many years. So let me introduce you to our chefs this morning. So we've got Jim Valley. Jim, you are in the O'Fallon, Missouri location?
That is correct, yes.
And then I got a chance to meet Chef Tony because they all know Mama Jackie was at the Chesterfield location. Did Mom treat you well, I hope?
She did. She treated me very well.
So Chef Tony is at the Chesterfield location. Tony Johnson?
That's correct.
Okay, and then we've got Josh, Chef Josh Curtis. You are at the Doherty Ferry location. Yes. And I heard that you all have like longevity there. So how many years have you been?
I'm going on 4.
4?
8 years.
8?
6.
Oh my goodness. So
we should be the other way. 4, 6, and 8.
Who do we appreciate? Garden View! Here's the thing. When you hear that, it means you love what you do. You love the people that you're around.
Absolutely.
I heard from you as we were cooking how much you love Garden View. What is it about cooking and being there and being around that beautiful setting that makes you want to come back day after day?
The residents, just making sure that I put a smile on their faces on a daily basis, as much as I can.
Yes.
That keeps me going.
Well, that's the thing, right, Jim? That we come around the table and we want to have good food, and memories are created there. When they leave after breakfast or lunch or dinner, you want to be able to go, oh, see, look at the smiles. I was able to provide that. Just a little moment of their lives by good food, right?
Absolutely. That's family. They're not just residents, they become, part of you. They're part of my family.
Absolutely. And you know that, when they're coming to Garden View, it's many different levels, whether they need assisted living, whether it's rehab, it's the skilled nursing aspect. But one thing I saw was when it's time to eat, they're happy. They want to be rolled in or walked into the dining room. What's your background prior to coming to Garden View?
I used to, I've done, pretty much everything. We used to work in hotels, country clubs, restaurants. But I found my calling, and that is taking care of the senior citizens.
Do y'all get chills?
That's my passion now.
Yes. That's what I love to hear the background. Again, if you're just tuning in, we have 3 chefs from Garden View Care Centers, again, in Doherty Ferry and Chesterfield and O'Fallon, Missouri. He just said he worked with country clubs and restaurants and hotels, what you all consider glamorous life, but his calling, his purpose in life, is what he's doing now. I have crazy chills that are from above right now, by the way. Chef Tony, what was your background prior to Garden View?
My background was as well as restaurants. I didn't do any hotels, but it was a lot of restaurants and then mainly just healthcare.
Fantastic.
Yes.
What brought you to Garden View?
Honestly, and it may sound cliche, but it's the love for the residents. I mean, that goes without saying, and I'll get into my dish a little bit more, but the dish that I have, you'll see why I enjoy what I do and why I love what I love.
It's amazing. Yeah. Again, I love how our paths do this. Absolutely. And then all of a sudden when you're walking in your purpose and you just, you can't wait to get in every day, right?
Absolutely.
So what about for you, Josh? What's your background?
Well, long-term care for many years, and then I ran a restaurant. I was the head chef of an Italian restaurant. I worked for country clubs and for catering companies.
Look at this. These guys know what they're doing. Okay, this is what's behind the food that will be in the bellies of your loved ones, and maybe even you one day. I hope you've all had a chance to tour the facilities. If not, that's the first order of business. After you watch this show, make the phone call, go to the website, gardenviewcares.com, and this is what's waiting for you, by the way. Okay, so Chef Tony just said he's going to be making a soup dish this morning.
That's correct.
Okay, so this is definitely probably very popular in the fall and the winter. How do we get everybody to be excited about soup in 100-degree weather?
Well, so I think a lot of it is, you know, when I make this soup, I make a lighter dish. So it's a soup and sandwich type deal. And I tell you though, they love it. They love it. You know,
this would be something they were calling for?
This is something that they're calling for. Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask today. If the dishes that were chosen are either the residents' favorites, chefs' favorites, faculty favorites, all of the above.
All of the above, really. The residents love. I'm doing baby back ribs for the 4th of July. That's what we did for our meal, and I've had people ask for them for the last 2 days. Okay. You have leftovers.
Firecrackers are still around, and so are the baby back ribs. For you, this would be all of the above, or mainly residents?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above. And again, like I said, I'm doing a creamy tomato bisque soup, which is a resident's recipe.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, how cool is that?
Absolutely.
Paying it forward.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then Chef Jim, what are you
All
eating?
of the above.
Okay.
The same thing. I make everything for them. I don't call it anything fancy because they don't like it. But my medallions of beef, turn into beef tips with mushrooms.
Okay.
But I put a lot of special ingredients to make it special for them. And another thing that I do on birthdays or special requests, and I make things for them. They especially love that shrimp salad that I make. It's a very very popular. They love those ribs also that that we make. So
of course,
I almost did that.
I know it's his turn. All right, well, I'm going to actually start with you.
Yeah.
So from how beautiful it's going to look here on the plate in just a second, what are all the ingredients we need for your dish?
Okay, well, for the beef tenderloin, it's just beef tenderloin, and I have morel mushrooms, fresh basil, which is something that I like to use fresh herbs whenever possible.
Yes.
We actually did a farm to table, and actually grew some of those herbs in the back of the garden beef.
Look, this is what I want to stress. You all probably for decades have believed, no, it's bland. Nope, they probably just have frozen food. It's just plated up for them. They don't do anything specific. It's not made to order. You just said farm to table.
That's right.
Farm to fork.
And as we go along, I'm developing my team to do more. We make just about everything. All the soups, all the salads. I still haven't made everything, but that's my goal, is to make everything fresh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I mean, I will tell you, I was in that same mindset of like, okay, well, the food probably won't be that good. And then I sat down with my mom, I'm like, I want some. It's very good. This is the whole aspect of why we wanted to bring these chefs on today, because you probably have a similar mindset, unless you've experienced it, and then you would say, no, trust me, I know it's this good. We're going to take a break, and we're going to go individually and make these dishes. So again, Garden View Care Centers, 3 locations: O'Fallon, Missouri, Doherty Ferry, Chesterfield. Find the one that works best for you. Take the tour. Meet the people behind the residents, those that truly love. Besides the families, obviously, the residents themselves, it's the faculty, it's the team that's here to provide the love, the caring, and the good food. We're going to break it all down for you on this Foodie Friday, so don't go anywhere.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Welcome back to a Foodie Friday. We are once again at Slyman Brothers Appliances in Baldwin. If you have not been in yet, I highly recommend you come in. Wouldn't you love to have this at your garden view
Absolutely.
kitchen?
Look at all the space. Yeah.
I know someone that the CEO can talk to get some of this for you.
Oh, I see.
I will hook them up. No, really, every
nice.
chef we have come, he just said it, this is nice. It is a chef's dream. But you've got beautiful facilities at Garden View. I've been there, okay? So if you are just tuning in, we have 3 different chefs we're featuring. Now we're going very individual, hearing about the love, hearing about some of their favorites and the staff favorites and the residents' favorites. So again, Chef Jim Valley, he is at the O'Fallon, Missouri location of Garden View. Tell us what we're making today, and as we talk, you can kind of cook up some stuff for us.
Oh,
we're
okay.
going to plate it all at the end, and then we'll try it.
Well, right now I'm gonna make some bananas first that they love. I didn't bring any ice cream, but we make them at the facility. And it's something the residents really, really love.
So butter and banana so far. Yeah. And what is that, brown sugar?
This is brown sugar. We gotta.
They call for this one?
Yeah, you gotta caramelize this.
Look, did you think this is what took place? No, I'm telling you right now, if you're honest, drop a comment in right now and tell me if you knew that this is what was going on. And if you thought they're just pulling stuff out of a freezer and they're just putting it on the plate.
No, yeah.
Maybe there are some places out there, I would hope that they don't, but if they do, that's not what takes place at Garden View. Yeah, I mean, look, we're in like Hell's Kitchen right now. No shouting, I won't yell at you.
Please.
But we have some fire, we have seen some cool fire going on. So you're caramelizing the bananas. We got butter, we got brown sugar.
We're gonna put a little bit of pecans in there.
Pecan or pecan, you like pecan.
Yeah.
And then, fun mushroom, fun marshmallows.
There you go.
And then, what do you do with that?
When we're done, we pour this over the ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah. Residents love ice cream. So.
Do you all have ice cream parlors at every location?
I know for a fact we do at the Fallon, but I'm pretty sure we have them at the other locations.
You definitely do at Chesterfield because I've witnessed that.
Oh, there you go.
And I've seen these huge ice creams that they eat there. So you just put this over the top of the ice cream?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, for the actual dish, you mentioned we're doing a beef tenderloin. Did you say morel mushrooms?
Yes.
These are fancy mushrooms, okay?
Well, that's what gives it the extra flavor that sometimes people are wondering, well, what's in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beef tenderloin, and then you said we're going to do a salad.
Right.
You also have some vegetables on the side, a medley.
Right. On the salad, we put a little bit of mango. Something that when it's chopped up, people sometimes they can't tell what it is.
Right.
And then a little cilantro and lime in there, with shrimp.
And then the salad itself just is so bright and so colorful. Let's address this. So if someone has from their doctor, physician ordered that they have to have this type of diet or that type of diet, you will make those tweaks for them.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of people with special, requests, and so we make regulars, and then people with, special like textures or whatever, we make that too.
And again, if it's something like heart healthy or from a diabetic standpoint, again, just specifics. So what we're making here today, is this regularly on the menu or is it like a special?
A lot of the stuff is already regularly on the menu, and then I make things that the residents request. So I meet with them weekly. They give me a list of things they want me to try, the recipes, or things that they go out and they're like, "Can you make that for me?" So
Betty's like, made to order. I'm putting my order in.
Absolutely, yeah. We work it into the menu for them.
That's amazing. Again, Garden View Care Centers, and we're breaking it down by location. We're starting off in O'Fallon, Missouri with Chef Jim. What would you say is the #1 most requested dish by the residents?
Wow, there's so many, really, to be honest with you.
You got to narrow it down to one.
I would say ribs.
Ribs?
Ribs are they're very popular. They're always asking for ribs and fried chicken, but I say ribs.
Ribs, okay. What is your absolute favorite to make?
My absolute favorite. I really don't have an absolute favorite.
You just enjoy putting a smile on their faces.
Yeah, just making them happy. That's what makes me happy. So I guess ribs would be my absolute favorite.
He likes the ribs as well. What about, you just talked about fresh herbs and the whole idea of farm to table. Where do chefs and home chefs as well go wrong? Do they oversalt things? Do they not think about all the fresh herbs and seasonings they could be using in dishes?
I think a lot of it has to do with over seasoning or over flavoring. Staying simple, keeping things kind of simple and fresh.
Yeah.
Whenever possible, your herbs, they gives it a special touch.
So we are in the summer right now. What would you say are some of your favorite herbs to be using right now?
Oh, well, on the salads, the cilantro and lime, it would be awesome. If you could make a fresh tomato and sun-dried tomato, green salad with basil. Mm-hmm. It's outstanding.
Love basil.
Right.
So if you were on a deserted island and you could only bring one seasoning, what would it be?
Oh, basil.
Basil, see? He's my brother from another mother.
Basil.
I love basil.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to bring some of his brothers in from Garden View, other locations. So we're going to plate this all up at the end. I hope you're all hungry, all of you behind the scenes, because I need the entire team to come in and taste all of this. You're going to taste with us, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Every good chef eats their own food.
I
Every
eat my
good
own
bartender
cooking.
drinks their own drinks, by the way. It's all that. Okay, if you're just tuning in, Garden View Care Centers are featured today for our Foodie Friday. We're going to bring Chef Tony in this amazing soup that all of the residents have been asking for from the Chesterfield location next.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with the Real Monica Adams Show. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@therealmonicaadams.com.
Welcome back. A Foodie Friday. We are in West County, Baldwin location of Simon Brothers Appliances. And I just was talking with Jim. Wouldn't you like to have this kitchen in Chesterfield?
Absolutely.
What part would you want to take? Which is
what?
your favorite appliance?
I would say this stovetop. You
The
can't
gas.
go wrong with that, yeah.
Now, have you used induction, though?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Inductions come a long, long way.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like the little tiny induction things that people bring all over the place. These induction stoves that they have at Simon
they're amazing.
They are amazing. So if you have electric, you might want to go, okay, I want to switch. Maybe you don't go completely to gas, but you might want to look at induction. If you want to do something fast, that's induction for you.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
crazy.
go gas.
That gas and induction, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we've talked about how boiling water will happen in literally 60 to 90 seconds. It's crazy. So we're featuring Garden View Care Centers today. We're showcasing O'Fallon and Chesterfield and Doherty Ferry. Chef Tony and I had a chance to meet. I sat down and I saw the care firsthand when my mom broke her femur back in January. Can't believe it's been 7 months already. The care was amazing, and they all came to the table and wanted to make sure. And everyone swore this, and I just want to make sure I get this out there. They all said, "Do you think it was just something special because you're Monica?" And I said, "No,
Yeah, we had no idea.
no. What it is they will come to the table from so many different departments and say, just want to make sure that this department's doing what they should be doing, this department. And all of a sudden I looked at the end of the table and here was the chef. And I'm like, oh, so you want to make sure that the food's good as well.
Absolutely.
That's done for every single resident.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
There you go. There's the answer. So it is not about me gushing because they treated my mom a certain way because she was my mother. It is, they truly took care of her on so many levels, which was amazing. And I said it earlier, Chef Tony, that I sat down with her and was literally like, hey, Mom, can you order that? I want to taste it. I didn't get a chance to see the soup, though. So today, you're making a special soup that the residents love.
Yes, and so this soup is a creamy tomato beef soup. It's one of our residents' recipes.
Okay,
And
so how far back?
She's been with us for about 5 years now.
Okay.
Yep.
And she said, I have a great recipe, put this on the menu?
Absolutely. I had tomato soup on the menu, and she pulled me to the side and said, hey, Chef, I got a really nice recipe for a tomato soup that I think will be great, and I think the residents will love it. And I said, yeah, sure, if you don't mind sharing the recipe with me, I'll be more than happy to give it a try. And so I did. I went in the back, I made it myself, and I tried it before I put it out there, and I was like, wow, this is really good. She knows what she's doing, absolutely. So it was a recipe I think that was handed down to her, but she didn't share too much of that. But she did share the actual recipe with me, so I decided to make it today.
And you switched it up. How long ago did you switch it up?
So she gave me this recipe. It's been at least about a year now.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you are at, or you have a loved one that's at Garden View Chesterfield location, they've probably eaten this. What do we need for her special? What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Dee.
Hi, Dee. Thank you for this. Dee. Yeah.
She's been interviewed.
All right, yeah, okay, so
Okay.
if you know, you know. So she switched it up a little bit, and that's now what Chef Tony is serving to all of the residents. So what is in her special recipe?
So it's layers of flavor, and it starts with a ground beef, and then we season that up, you know, salt, pepper, garlic, and then it's tomato soup, rotel, heavy cream, and then Italian seasoning.
You had me at rotel. So from what you were making before to hers, how much different was it?
So it's really a really
Completely
elevated tomato soup. You know, our tomato soup, it was just, you know, our basic tomato soup. I mean, this adds so many layers of flavor that I don't even put that other tomato soup on the menu anymore, honestly.
If you did, they would go, we want these.
and every time it's on the menu, I tell you, it sells out every time.
I bet.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, tomato soup, I don't think I've ever had beef inside of a tomato soup.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't say just, it's tomato soup. I think one of the best I had was like tomato with a little cream and basil. Go back to what we were saying, our favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to that. Desert island, no one else is around. You can only bring one seasoning. What is it?
You know, I love rosemary.
Rosemary?
I love rosemary.
Okay.
I use rosemary a lot for all of my meats, especially beefs. But I love rosemary.
What's your favorite right now with summertime as far as vegetables?
Vegetables, I like to go fresh. You know, zucchini, squash. That's actually on the menu next Friday.
Okay.
We do a fresh zucchini squash medley. And so I would have to say anything fresh.
Do you have a favorite holiday or season that you really like and you're excited of, oh, this is coming up?
You know, honestly, and this may sound cliche, but they, you know, everything that we put out, you know, especially if it's resident related, you know, they enjoy it. And so, you know, around the holidays, I listen to, you know, certain ideas and, you know, we may incorporate that as well, but it's every day, you know, it really is.
So throughout the rest of the summer, before we move into fall, what are some of the other favorites that you know that you'll have on the menu that you're like, okay, I know this is gonna go over well?
Yeah, grilled salmon.
Oh, yum.
They love our grilled salmon, and we do a Parmesan lemon basil. That's not from Jim, but we do a Parmesan lemon basil sauce that goes on top of it, and it's a hit.
Okay, don't these sound delicious? This is why we're doing this today, because I don't think you all would understand this level of food that's taking place. We're going to take a break here in just a second. Who are some of your favorite chefs that might be mentors for you?
Chef Ron Medley was a good mentor for me. Chef Ricky Poff, I worked with him over at one of the hospitals, and you know, those guys really, you know, took me up under their wings, taught me a lot of great things, and really allow me to be myself, and that was more important for me.
How fun is it with all of these? I mean, we think about when I was growing up, I don't remember any chef shows. If they did, I'd have to really think about it, but now they're everywhere.
Yeah,
do you have a favorite celebrity chef?
You know what? I like Bobby Flay.
I just went to his restaurant in Vegas.
Yeah, no, Bobby Flay is really good. Ramsey, I think everybody loves Ramsey, but
did you get a chance to meet him when he was in St. Louis?
I did not.
He's a very nice man. You wouldn't
not.
think that, would you? He's very kind, by the way. Yeah, Bobby Flay has a restaurant, by the way, called Amalfi in Vegas. He wasn't there, but his food was good.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, again, we're featuring the chefs right here in our area from Garden View Care Centers. So we've already gone through O'Fallon and Chesterfield, so we need to pull in Doherty Ferry, and you know. Hey, it's summertime, ribs. Have you had his ribs?
I have not.
Oh, all right.
They're amazing.
We're all going to have them together because it's a party for a Foodie Friday, so stay tuned. We will showcase the Doherty Ferry location next.
Most places you walk into, you look around, you nod, not here. You could try anything. Woo! Only 3 minutes in here, I'm already gassed. Check this bad boy out. It's a swim spa. Let's go. This is called the Sweaty Goat. This is where I get my demons out. Whether it's a hot tub, a swim spa, a sauna, or a cold tub, you come in here and you could try it and you pick what you want. That's Spas and More STL. And tell them Cam sent you.
If you're just tuning in, we are at the Slyman Brothers Appliance location in West County in Baldwin on Manchester Road. We are going through 3 different chefs because there are 3 locations of Garden View. One is in O'Fallon, Missouri, one is in Chesterfield, and then where you find Chef Josh Curtis is in Doherty Ferry. Thank you all,
Thank
by
you.
the way, for cooking up. And I know that the people behind the scenes cannot wait to try all of this. I just asked Chef Tony if he's ever had your ribs. I was actually going to ask if all of you had a chance to ever try each other's food.
Not really.
Oh, you got to go visit their wonderful locations, by the way. You can go to the other ones. You are doing a favorite for summertime. So you picked ribs today?
Yes, baby back ribs.
And is that, I think that's probably a fan favorite.
It is, yes, and we do that on special holidays. We did that for the 4th of July, so I'm bringing the meal that we did for the 4th of July.
What makes it stand out?
Well, I do my own rub, season them, do some liquid smoke rub, some mustard on them, do my own rub, wrap them up, slow cook them for 3 hours. Then I take them out, grill them, sauce them, put them back in the oven for an hour, and then they're usually falling off the bone.
Oh, again, succulent. So, you know, the thing that we're really featuring today is breaking that whole aspect, the mindset that people have when someone has to go, if it's them or their parents or their grandparents, they're in their minds right away going, well, the food's not going to be good. It's kind of like you go into a hospital and they used to say hospital food's not good. That game has stepped up.
No, definitely.
Garden View, absolutely, as you're hearing today, fabulous food, and that has to make you proud. I don't think you want to put your name behind something where you're just like frozen.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
You get to be very, very creative. So besides the ribs, what else do you hear the residents call for?
Well, they love meatloaf and potatoes, but I usually do for like Mother's Day, Father's Day, I'll do medallions or fillets, and then I'll do like a sweet bordelaise sauce. For Father's Day, I did a cognac cream sauce. So they usually like the fillets.
And again, a lot of you, when you're thinking of someone or you going in and needing, you know, skilled nursing or assisted living, et cetera, you may think, okay, well, I can't have this or I can't have that. Tell them that if they do have to have some kind of an adjustment made or they have some type of an allergy, you work with them.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, there's this line of communication of, okay, this is special made for you.
Oh, definitely, yes. I try to go see the new residents within a couple days, asking if they have any food allergies, what they like, dislike, if they're allergic to anything. And then if they do have an altered diet, we use the same food. If it has to be mechanical or puree, we're pureeing up beef tenderloin for their mechanical diet or their puree diet.
And we've seen a lot of changes. I mean, you've been a chef for a while now. We've seen so much over the years from people that have dairy intolerances or gluten intolerances or full-on celiac. They've got specialized diets, heart-wise, et cetera. So what would be the biggest challenges when you are working in a facility like this?
Pretty much their likes and dislikes. So people might be lactose free, but I could go say, hey, what kind of milk do you like? You like almond milk? You like silk milk? You know, I'll go talk to them and then I'll go kind of pick out what they want, and I will go get that for them.
Right, and that's the thing, you know, they grew up thinking, wait a minute, what are you talking about? You're going to get milk out of an almond, right? They just know regular milk. Now it's just, hey, it doesn't matter. We're going to do this for you, and we'll make it better. I've asked all the chefs, and now you're the last one. We're going to go back to that deserted island. No one else is there with you, and you get to have fun with what seasoning or herb?
Possibly garlic.
Oh, garlic. Well, you'll be fine. Nobody will say you have garlic breath because nobody's there with you. So basil, rosemary, and garlic. I like it. Okay. We also, I understand, have a little bonus from you. We have a special dessert.
Yes.
What'd you make for us?
They're called Royale cookies. It's a macadamia coconut cookie, and also did a chocolate chunk cookie that we pass out to the residents. And when they come in and do tours, we give them a chocolate chunk cookie.
So what is your, like when you walk away, and I'll actually bring the other chefs back on, we'll ask the exact same question. At the end of the day, what makes you proudest?
Seeing the residents smiling, saying, hey, this was really good. I'm walking down the hallway and they're like, hey, dinner last night was really, really tasty. Can I have more of that tomorrow? I said, if we have leftovers, yes, you could.
No, you ate it all.
Yes.
So as we get through the rest of the summer, you know, we just did the ribs for the 4th of July, but what other fun favorites are you thinking up for summertime?
Different soups. They love soups. Well, definitely fried chicken. Definitely meatloaf, mashed potatoes, gravy.
What's your favorite holiday to cook for?
Possibly New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
I do a lobster bisque soup from scratch, of course. And then I'll do usually a filet. We'll do a twice baked potato. I'll do a fancy sauce for the filet, béarnaise sauce, sweet bordelaise sauce. So yeah, it's a decent meal and everybody loves it.
Can I make reservations?
Yes.
All All right, look, we're going to bring all the chefs back in because it's time to taste. Once again, if you are tuning in at the latter part of the show, this is one of them you're going to want to go back. You're going to want to hear about all of this because this is what is waiting for you. When it's that time, or I would highly suggest, as I've been mentioning on the show, that you go and take that tour. Don't wait until the last second and then try to say, well, I want to get in there. Might be hard. You want to put your name on the list, okay? So Garden View, Doherty Ferry, Garden View, O'Fallon, Missouri, and Garden View, Chesterfield, Missouri. We're going to feature all of their goodies, all plated out for you, and then we're going to taste. You're going to taste with me, right?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. All the
Definitely.
chefs are going to eat. And we've got people behind the scenes, and they're all going to put their forks in. I'm not going to say one's better than the other. They're all sounding obviously amazing. So we're not turning this into a competition, but we will give you our authentic reaction when we return. So don't go anywhere.
I was just on the Real Monica Adams show, and it was really a good experience for me. When I walked in, the building is just peaceful. The environment is beautiful here. Monica really made me feel welcome.
The Monica Adams show allows people to be themselves. It's really important to share kindness, to be real, to offer stories and things that will give people hope and a reason to smile.
Rather than waking up aggravated, disappointed, and wondering, where's this earth going, choose to wake up with something that'll put your mind and your heart in the right direction. Start with Monica.
Oh, and now it's the favorite time of the end of the show when we all get a chance to taste. One more time, though, take a look at this food. And we haven't even had a chance to show you the food that's inside of the oven. So if you just tuned in, Chef Josh Curtis, again, from the Doherty Ferry location. We've got Chef Tony Johnson from the Chesterfield location and Chef Jim Valley from the O'Fallon, Missouri location. Let's go ahead and take yours out of the oven because it's the one we have not had a chance to show yet. And it's one of the fan favorites. We've talked about fried chicken. We've talked about ribs. We've talked about meatloaf. And this incredible soup, which if you missed, it is actually a recipe handed down from one of the residents, which I think is super cool. Would you also be open to that same thing, that if a resident came and said, can you put this on the menu?
We do it all the time.
Oh, you do?
I encourage them to bring the recipes, and then we'll try them out. If it's a favorite, it stays on the menu.
How cool is that? Have you done the same thing? Josh, have you had it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
look at that. So tell your moms and dads or your grandmas and grandpas if they are there to bring one of their favorites, because that is something that they all love to do. They learned from their grandparents and they had a chance to pay it forward. What are you putting on over there, by the way?
It is a golden barbecue sauce.
Are we ready to eat? Everybody in the background? Yes. Yeah, they're like, yes. Okay, one more time. If you just tuned in, we got a little beef tenderloin. We've got a nice little vegetable medley, a beautiful salad that's got shrimp in there, by the way, as well. They use all the fresh herbs, ingredients, the vegetables, all of that being truly that farm to fork. This incredible tomato soup with beef recipe as well. And then we've got some barbecue ribs, we've got some baked beans, and we have some special macadamia coconut cookies. And then, did you say chocolate chip also?
Yes, chocolate chip as well.
Okay, we're gonna plate this all up and we're going to taste, and we're gonna let the team behind us taste as well. So how about you and I start? And then we'll make sure, because I don't think everybody's had a chance to taste each other's, right? You don't get a chance to taste each other's recipes, do you?
Oh, no, we haven't. No, that'll be the first time, yes.
Fork for you.
Okay.
Fork for me.
Okay.
All right. So I am always told you just got to get a little bit of everything.
That's right. That's how you get the flavor in there.
Oh, there's a little baby shrimp.
Okay.
Cheers. What do you think? Did you do a good job?
I don't know. You tell me.
I would say yes. And by the way, I am a huge fan of a hearts of palm.
Oh, are you?
And artichokes, all that. You guys remember to put up. This is very good. I want to bring this to somebody's house that's hosting.
You know why we haven't? Because the residents request.
The hearts of palm?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they make us.
I mean, I bring just about anything they like.
You got to try
because that's what makes them happy.
Okay, let's get some of your tenderloin.
They feel, menus made by them and for them, so.
I bet you this is cooked so well, we probably don't even need a fork, do we?
No, you don't.
Okay,
not for
see?
Yes.
Look at,
well,
Chef Jim knows what he's doing. This is the food, by the way, this first course that you get a chance to have if you are at the O'Fallon, Missouri. Do you all share recipes among the different locations?
We have not up to this point, but looking up stuff they're making,
hey,
it's amazing. I gotta say, it looks totally amazing.
Are you excited to taste theirs?
Oh yeah. Those ribs and that.
He's going for the rib. Yeah, grab a fork. I want you all to try each other's. Look I did not need a knife for this, by the way. That's how well it is. Zach, are you getting hungry? Zach's excited about those ribs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try. We're just having a party. Look, we're just coming off the 4th of July, and this is what a lot of you do, by the way. You're going to love this. Very good job.
Thank you.
And you can tell you love what you do. I love your passion. You've got really good aura and energy about it.
It is good.
I appreciate
Did he put a smile on your face?
Great. Yeah.
Oh, you got a great. Okay, well now let's share the love over here. We're going to try this incredible soup. Look, first of all, this is like Instagram worthy. It's so pretty. Look, there's one for each of us.
Yep.
I'm glad I'm working out after this. Okay, love it, love it. Again, folks, Garden View Care Centers. Check them out online. Check out their social media.
It smells amazing, Tony.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh, it really does. Okay, we have to thank Chef Tony, and we have to thank Dee.
Yes.
So the little dipping, did she suggest this also?
She did not suggest these. However, I do either these or sometimes croutons to spice it up a little bit.
Okay, again, if you missed it in the beginning, we have the full recipe for you that Tony gave us. Ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yummy.
I'm already on it. And I want the recipe.
Rewind. Oh my gosh, that's the best tomato soup I've ever had.
Isn't that good?
Okay, that just trumped the one that I've had was actually about 3 or 4 hours
soup.
from here.
Yeah.
I now think, because I love the fact that it has beef in it. Oh, really good. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, are we dipping? Josh, what do you think?
I'm going to dip it. Yeah.
You got to dip.
That's right.
What stands out to you?
To me?
All of you. Well, you always make it. So, Josh, what do you pull out of that?
The flavor, it has good flavor.
What stands out though flavor-wise?
And the texture, the beef, the tomatoes, the creaminess of it, it all blends together and goes very well.
What do you think, Jim?
Definitely. The little hint of pepper in there.
I was just going to say there's a little bit of a spice.
Yeah, the little touch of that.
Which I love. I love spice, but now if somebody couldn't, you would just, you temper it down?
We could temper it down.
I'm coming back for more of this. Don't touch this one, Zach. I'll get you some more. Okay, are we ready for the baby back ribs? These are massive, by the way. They do not go hungry at Garden View.
No.
This is a messy one. Okay, I'm going to get in on this.
Sure.
How about here? Pass it down.
Thank you.
There you go. I get the white plate. They get the black ones. Okay, same thing. A little bit of everything all in one.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that what? So that's what I usually hear. Oh my gosh, they really did just fall off. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, then a little bit of this. What do you have here on the side?
A creamy coleslaw and baked beans that I put sauteed onions, green peppers, red peppers, garlic, a little brown sugar, a little mustard.
Wow.
That is good.
Yeah.
I think we're swapping recipes after this.
See?
Josh, those are outstanding.
Did
You're
you
not
see
kidding,
it?
they fall off the bone.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you all see that when I went like this? Normally, a rib does not just do that.
No,
unless
this is really good.
Unless you have a chef that knows what they're doing. And I have 3 here. Are you all jealous in the background? Monica, wrap up so we can eat. Okay. Oh, wait. We got to taste this cookie.
Oh, yeah.
We have to have dessert, and then we have a little scoop. A little ice cream.
You got to try a little bit of those bananas.
My God, my husband should be here right now. He'd be in love. Okay, I'm a macadamia fan.
There you go, right there. Yep. That one right there.
I'll try the chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll split it.
Do you like macadamia?
I have more.
Okay, he and I are sharing.
All right.
You don't get one here.
I have more. I have more.
Okay, there's more where that came from. All right, this is how we're going to wrap it up. Cheers.
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 Cheers. There you go. Thank you.
Yummy. Oh my gosh, they're so soft.
Wow.
Okay, have we painted the picture? This is not bland food. This is incredible, and this is what's waiting for you at Garden View. Chef Jim, Chef Tony, Chef Josh, they're there to fill your bellies. I didn't ask that. If somebody is coming to visit, that's like a family member. Can they have an extra plate for them?
Absolutely.
Oh, I missed out.
Oh, I invite them. Yeah. Come to O'Fallon and come hungry. I'll feed you.
Okay, I have a lot of friends I'm coming to visit.
Come on down.
GardenViewCares.com. Check them out. This has been amazing. If there is a chef or a business that you would like for us to feature, shoot me a message at info@therealmonicaadams.com, and we will put them on a future Foodie Friday. Thank you all so much. Good to see you again. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
Don't go anywhere. We'll wrap up the Real Monica Adams Show next. Okay, did you all write down the recipe for the tomato soup? If not, I will get it from Chef Tony. Of all the food, let us know. You can drop a comment in a little bit later. Let us know what you thought sounded the best. The beef tenderloin, maybe that summer salad with the shrimp, which was to die for, by the way. Maybe it was the tomato soup, and thank you, Dee, for that recipe. Maybe it was the baby back ribs, which Jim will tell you were some of the best he's ever had. That sauce, that rub that he had on it was just incredible. So thank you from so many levels, and I tasted a little bit of that macadamia cookie. I didn't get a chance to taste the chocolate chip. We had so much fun in the kitchen. So which chefs or restaurants would you like us to feature, or any kind of food business? Let us know. info@therealmonicaadams.com is my email address. It's exciting. I love these Fridays, and I hope you do as well. And we hope that they are around for a long, long time. We are excited to get back into our own kitchen at Adventure Unknown, which will be happening next week. We'll be featuring Chef Matt Wynn. We'll tell you about his storied background. He used to be with the Gerard Kraft team. If you are in St. Louis, you probably know that name from all the wonderful things that Gerard Kraft, who is a James Beard winner, all the things that he's done. So that's on tap for a Foodie Friday next week. On Monday, by the way, we are going to feature Abraham Whitehead from Fenton Family Dentistry, and we're going to do some befores and afters and talk about the importance of gum care, teeth care, if you don't do those things, even when it comes to gut health, of what happens to us. So that's a Medical Monday on tap. Bridget Childress from Childress Legal Nurse Consulting will be back with us next week, and she's got a woman that's going to join us that is actually known nationwide with a company or with an organization that is called the Dow House Project. Tracy Holbert will be joining Bridget Childress next Tuesday. We'll get into Wednesday, where we are going to feature Lambert International Airport. I'm really excited for this one. The Lambert Airport Director, Rhonda Ham-Newbrugge, will be our guest on Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be another life coaching session that a lot of you had a chance to tell me that you loved just yesterday. That was one of my favorites for sure. The whole Are You Enough? And if you didn't see it, go back and watch yesterday's show. And then again on Friday, Chef Matt Wynn. So we've got a really busy week. In that, we'll also have a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday on Wednesday at 4 p.m. And then we will have our Mobile Monica at noon on Tuesday from the porch. So you actually get 7 shows next week. It's going to be a busy one. The following Tuesday, I've been talking about this. I'm excited to introduce you to Monica Spittler. Monica is the owner of Coconut Grove Boutique. And I hope you've been in. If you haven't, travel to Washington, Missouri, or go online because they also have e-commerce, coconutgboutique.com. And again, they have so many products that they carry there. One of them that I actually have on today is the Farm and Sea, and that's what they have there on the right-hand side. She's just showing me that when they get those, they get their shipment, that's the coolest customer care. They design this little thing on the packaging, and that is the store, by the way, that they have in Washington, Missouri. A lot of brands that people are loving when it comes to clothes, or again, maybe the True Ocean line. There's so many things for you, for your loved ones, and it just, again, makes you feel like you've escaped and you're at a resort. So Coconut Grove Boutique, Monica Spittler, cannot wait to see you in studio with us on the 21st. She'll be giving us her testament and her story of overcoming, and eventually God leading her to open up her own boutique, something that was never even on her heart. This is the stuff that I want you to understand, that just when you think you're going along in life and it's going to be what you're always going to be doing, you never know when that curve in the road happens, and then you finally walk in your purpose. Isn't that cool? I just love this place. Can't wait to introduce you. So that's on the 21st. I know a lot of you like to know upcoming shows. If I can get some time, I'm going to start updating my own calendar on the realmonicaadams.com to let you know where we're going to be for the Wet Your Whistle. Somebody asked about that. When are you at Defiance Ridge? Duly noted. I'll let you know that. And then again, some of these other exciting shows that are coming up. So just a little more busy work that I have to do for you, but I'll do it. All right. We have pulled our devotional for today from the Divine Inspiration cards. And today God said, I think about how far I've come, and I thank God I didn't give up. Think and thank from Marietta Divine, the Divine Inspiration cards. Cute little box. You just open up one each day. And on this one, yeah, I thank God I didn't give up. It's that simple. Folks, thank you. This is an extended version of the Real Monica Adams Show. Give a little extra today. Thank you for being a part of watching the show. Thank you to our sponsors. And have you noticed this list keeps growing and growing? Your name can be among those. Reach out to me if you'd like to talk about sponsorship and regular segments on the show, even once a month, maybe once a quarter, or a mobile Monica from your business. Let's make it happen. Can't wait for our 1000 show that we're working on, which will be coming up in November. Remember, it's here in St. Louis, Missouri, or anywhere in the world where we can take a show on the road. We've been to Fredericksburg, Texas, to Italy, to Mexico. Where should we go next? Let us know. You've got friends and family outside of St. Louis, Missouri, and they want us to go and showcase what they're doing in their town. We'll go there for you. Thank you so much. Remember, the greatest thing that we can all do in life is spread more positivity to each other, and we make a kinder world. God bless you all. Be kind.